Welcome back to another episode of 365 Unlimited. We are back with another interview, as you can tell. Tonight in the building, we got Josh Hicks, aka 3HUNNID. He's got a brand, 3HUNNID Fitness. Excited to sit down, chop it up with him, hear his story, how we can inspire the youth together, the next generation within the sports world, and just keep building these athletes up so they can make their dreams come true. But before we dive into his story, continue to like, view, and subscribe our content. We appreciate that continuous feedback. It helps us go a long way in learning, growing, and just taking that constructive criticism to get better each and every day. Also, check out our three sponsors: Driftless Quality Wear, Bacher Auto Group, and Not Vintage. That is KNOT Vintage. Gannon's repping right now with the graphic tee. You can use the code 365U for 10% off store-wide at the checkout. All right, Gannon, let's rock with it.
Man, shout out Josh. Man, appreciate you hopping on the pod here. We always got an icebreaker, kind of tell everybody who you are, Josh Hicks, kind of on and off from training, and just let everybody know.
Yeah, man, I'm Josh Hicks, man. Y'all really covered it. Y'all done covered it all. I'm a trainer out of Dallas, Texas, and I train all types of athletes, every position, really just across the NFL for the most part. Probably just about every position. Mainly running backs and D linemen for sure. That's really it, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, talk about how you burst onto the sports world as a whole. I mean, growing up as a kid and just entering the sports world, and obviously you're obviously a huge avid sports guy, continuing in that field of work now at your age. So talk about what propelled you into the sports world, and what have you always been fascinated about when it comes to athletes?
Uh, well, I always been an athlete anyway myself, so what really propelled me into, I guess it just came down to what I do now. It came down to really, I just really had a choice. It was just like a choice to either go back to doing what I was doing or, you know what I'm saying, make a change. I really just had to make a change. So that's what really propelled me back into the sports world, just coming out of high school with it. But other than that, that's it.
So talk a little bit about your athletic career. I mean, I know in your bio it says former Purdue Boilermaker. So talk about a little bit about that and just the general census of being a college athlete and how high school got you to that point.
Well, in high school, I was one of them for sure. I was one of them for sure in high school. But I just ain't had I ain't had the grades that I really needed coming out of high school. So out of high school, I had to go to a prep school. I went to prep school in Milford, at Milford Academy in New Berlin, New York. So I was there first, and that school there was hard, bro. I ain't gonna say it was hard. It was just you really had to love football if you was gonna go up there and do that, man. Because number one, it was an all boys school. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no females around, ain't nothing around. Then it's a little town, and ain't nothing to do in this little town. School on top of a hill. You got this big ass football field in the back. That's it. So, and it snowed like hell. So you really had to just really love football if you wanted to be there. So I went and did that for a year. Iowa. I was supposed to go to Iowa leaving there. I think this was when Sean Green was leaving. Yeah, this was when Sean Green was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So I was supposed to go there. They didn't give me too long before. I still didn't have my SAT score right. So they didn't give me too long. You know what I'm saying? Most schools, they can't just sit around and wait. No way.
Yeah.
So came down to it. I had two schools left. I had Purdue and FIU. So I don't know. I guess where my head was at anyway, it probably wouldn't have panned out for me no way. But I chose Purdue because I was like, man, I want to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? FIU not going to be on TV. Purdue not just no good football school, but at the time, they pretty good now. But at the time, they wasn't no big football school. So in my mind, I'm on some okay, bet we're going to play Ohio State. We're going to play Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play State. We're going to be on TV. Might be getting beat. But if I go out here and put up 100 yards rushing, you know what I'm saying, on Ohio State, somebody got to take a look. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where that came from. But when I got to Purdue, bro, I didn't even get to play. I was in trouble, bro. I stayed in trouble. I was a troublemaker. I stayed in trouble. So I got up there, my head just really wasn't right. I was just doing whatever I really wanted to do, really. I really wasn't going to class. I was just really going to practice. I was going to practice, balling in practice. And Purdue don't care about that. Better have some grades. So, I mean, I got up there, bro, went through that little process, then I got in trouble again. I got in trouble again up there at Purdue, which really made them kick me off the football team. So this was the first year. This was the first year. So really, I ain't even get to play no game at Purdue. I was just if I had any film, it was all in practice. But I was in practice balling. But if I had any film, it was all in practice. So I didn't even get to play. But so I didn't get the full college experience, you know. But I was there. Them boys know. The boys that played with me, they was in practice with me, they know.
So you go from that transition then from playing at Purdue, playing your whole life, and now what was that one moment that you realized that this athletic training and getting in with these athletes and working this is your job, still being around football, which has always been part of your life, but now this transition to this part of this?
Well, I gotta just say when everything just snapped back, because I mean, when after Purdue, I came back home. I got into some more trouble. So that led to me going to prison. Mm-hmm. So I went to prison. I did 3 years in prison, but that just led to that. And then I guess you could say prison was really like just an eye opener. It was really like a blessing. It really slowed me down. Really got my mind back right, got my body back right physically. And so I guess, I mean, even when I was in there though, even the boys I was with in there, they'll tell you when I say about it after the first year, because I was working out, gotta work out. I mean, you better work out. You better work out. You ain't gonna sit in there and get fat. But you gotta do something to buy time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So even them boys down there tell you, they'll tell you, man, Jay Hicks said he was gonna do this when he came home. So they awesome. and a lot of them that was down there with me, they seeing it all just like bro really doing it, bro really. This was I came home 2015. I was saying this in 2012, 2013, 2014. So I came home 2015 to this point now. And a lot of them that was down there with me, they see it. They see it like, yeah, it wasn't easy though. No, hell no, it ain't come easy. It nothing come easy. Come on, bro. My dog, bro. Come on, man.
No, you're good. But I'm curious because, I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but what you're saying right there, just that's a mentality in itself. Like developing that mentality to be able to say I'm going to do it, manifest it, and then physically and mentally go ahead and do it and get to the level of success where you're at right now. So how have you, or I guess even back to before 2015, being in prison and getting out, how do you feel like you developed a mentality where if you say it, that means you're going to do it? Like I know that mentality, some people can just be born with it and naturally be willing to manifest things and work their tail off to get to that point. But how do you feel like you kind of developed that mentality?
That's probably more of a family trait. I say that because I ain't never seen my daddy do nothing and give up on it. I ain't never seen no brothers say they gonna do something and give up. It just really gotta fail for you. You know what I'm saying? So I say it's more of a family thing. It was just like if you put your mind, if I'm gonna put my mind to it and I say I'm gonna do it, this get done. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it just really failed to where it can't get done, then that is what it is. But if I put my mind to it and I know I'm on the right path and I'm in the right process of getting things done, I mean, most people, that's the thing about a lot of people anyway, though. A lot of people don't even, I mean, they want shit to pop overnight, but just the next day, a couple months down the line. Hell no. I've been doing this.
Gratitude. It's that guilty gratitude that people have where they think it's
that instant satisfaction, man. That's the whole society now, man.
I've been doing this for 10 years and I still ain't where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? But better off than what I was before. Like I know it took like a good 4 or 5 years before she really started to just pop off for me. I know my first 2, 3 years, I was because I'd be tired. But other than
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, you talking about that. I want to hear about that. So we were chopping it up before this interview, and we were talking a little bit, and you say getting up at 3 in the morning. So talk about that, because that leads right into that mentality, that never settle mentality, that want to get better, that want to grow mentality, and just do what you want to do in life and be successful at it. So waking up at 3 a.m., I mean, that speaks for itself, that you're speaking it into existence by actually putting in that work to make it happen. So talk about that. What's that sleep schedule like? I guess just what's a day in the life like in your world?
I'm gonna wake up by like 3:30ish. At the latest 4. At the latest 4. But if I'm waking up at 4, I'm halfway. Like I really got to get in motion. You know what I'm saying? I wake up like 3:30ish. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, give me a little breakfast, head to the gym. My first client at 5. So I'm gonna head to the gym. Go straight to the gym. I got a client at 5, I got a client at 6, I got a client at 7. So boom, them all back to back. My next client after that was really I gotta commute after that. I'm like where I gotta go is downtown Dallas. After that, I gotta ride up to South Lake. So that's about like with traffic and everything, that's probably like another 45-minute drive. So I go do that. I say my next person is I say by like around 9. So it's really like by the time I get there, I probably stop getting me a smoothie. Then boom, I'm right in the gym. 9, 10, I'm in the gym. Depends. It's 9 to 10, I'm in the gym. 11 o'clock, I'm on the field. By 11 o'clock, I'm on the field. Summertime hit. By 11, I'll be on the field to at the latest, sometimes 2:33. And then straight from that, I got a client at 4. If sometimes I may have a little break in between that, but most of the time, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'll be done by 8. Then I drive back home. That's about a 30-minute, 40-minute drive. Boom, drive back home, eat, do what I gotta do, get my mind right.
You say eat, sleep, repeat. Eat, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, it's just that's the cycle. That's the everyday cycle. Unless I go out of town or something like sometimes I go out of town for some training, or one of the players hit me like, "Hey man, you think it's a good weekend for you to come?" I'll go out there if it's a good weekend. But other than that, it's the everyday cycle. That's the everyday cycle. 3 to 8, 3 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Well, 5 to 8, 3 to 8, because I'm really waking up. That's work. God damn.
That's part of the process. But I'm going to get you moving. That's the slogan with 300. Just talk about all the different groups you train, ages. What is your favorite? I know you worked all the way with professional NFL guys, studs, all the way down to some youth training. What was like, I know the youth probably, I don't know. The youth, I don't have patience for yet. I think that's as I'm getting older and some of my own personal stuff, because the youth, I just don't have patience for the kids. But who's your favorite group to train?
I probably my favorite group would have to be high school. High schoolers. Like the little kids, I can mess with the little kids for sure. They good. But some of them it's like babysitting, and I'm not finna.
Yeah, they don't got much listening.
Oh, you're telling me I'm a teaching major, so I've
Yeah,
seen the kid world, man.
yeah, not me. I'm not finna be. I done been through that stage, so nah. I ain't got. Sometimes I just ain't got the patience for that. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you got some that can get out there and just,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But like I got like my buddy Griff. Like Griff been with me probably I say about 5 years. So he been under me the whole time. So he got the whole platform. You know what I'm saying? But he good with them kids. He good as hell with them. You know what I'm saying? Get them boys moving. He good as hell with them. Me, I can get them moving. I'm good with them, but I ain't got the patience like he not week in, week out, day after
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Some
No.
people have it with the kids all the time.
Oh, it's definitely a gift. Like you definitely are blessed
Yeah.
with that when you're
Yeah.
born.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he good with it. Now, me, I say high school for sure. High school and college. Because you can still it's you got more time to mold and really just grasp them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now the NFL, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they get on my goddamn nerves. And
That's awesome. That's awesome.
it ain't just because I ain't gonna say they Hollywood. Like the ones I really just came across, they ain't really just act too Hollywood. But you just gotta realize a lot of them used to doing what they want to do. They got money, so they've been used to doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
Time after day, setting their own schedule, doing that. Oh, if I miss this, boom, I make it up here or go do it there. You know what I'm saying? So now I ain't just and I just don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's fun training them because they got there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fun training them. They got there for a reason. So you really get to see some real live NFL players moving out here. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, that's fun. But sometimes them get on my nerves.
Speaking of NFL players and working with them, I mean, part of the reason I wanted to connect with you is just me being a Dallas Cowboys fan growing up my life. I began following you a few years back when I saw the training with Zeke Elliott. So take me inside of Zeke Elliott's brain, and what does the training regiment look like that, and what's the experience been like working with him, and I guess you two together, how's the relationship formed over the last few years working together?
Me and Zeke cool. That's my boy. That's my boy for sure. That's my boy for sure. First year, I remember when we first met. I mean, I say it like this. I mean, I probably ain't. I know I didn't. I know I didn't show it as much. But it's Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? It's Ezekiel Elliott. I'm from Dallas. It's the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys starting running back. I know I ain't sure it like that because that just ain't me. But yeah, I mean, when I first got him, I was like, this my city. This is the city I'm from, and he playing for my city. I grew up here. I'm from here, born and raised. So yeah, that's live for sure. Then TP came through. Then really the whole backfield came through. So hometown kids get to train the home team. Goddamn right, that's live as hell. But I mean, bro, Zeke be chilling, man. He don't be doing too much. Zeke mind his business. He mind his business. He come out there, train. He gonna work hard as hell. Every time he step on that field, lace up them kicks. He gonna come out there and work hard. I'll give him that.
I love it. Love it.
When you talked about the high school and the college being your favorite to work with, I mean, there's no better place almost in probably America to work with high school football than the hotbed of Dallas, Texas. So just talk on that. Like, there's so many different areas. You talked about driving the commute. We've interviewed some high school cats from down there, man. Just talk about what the high school football scene is in Dallas.
Oh man, it's crazy. Texas football crazy. Like you got people that come here just from out of town and they train out here or they done move. Then they get to go into these schools and seeing how these football fields is, how the whole stadium is. Like the whole Texas football scene crazy. Now just in Dallas, man, we got some dogs in Dallas. Yeah, hell yeah. Last year, 3 Dallas schools won a championship. Texas so big, so it's a lot. Like you got 6A1, you got 6A Division 1, 6A Division 2.
Okay.
Then 5A Division 1, 5A Division 2, 4A, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, because it's so big. Texas so big. But last year, South Oak Cliff won. They won the championship. DeSoto won a championship. And who else was it? And who else? Oh, and Duncanville. Duncanville won, South Oak Cliff won, DeSoto won. And that was the Tri-City states in Dallas. I mean, the Tri-Cities in Dallas. So, I mean, that was a big deal. Last year, that was a real big deal for them.
First time ever or what? Like that, something like that happened with 3 of them?
Yeah, I think that was the first time ever for sure. I know that was Duncanville's first championship.
Wow.
Okay.
Soto was I want to say it was DeSoto's first championship. Or I think they won a couple years back. And I know South Oak Cliff, they just won 2 years back to back. They done came and popped on the scene and been busting heads. They done popped on the scene and been busting heads. They supposed to be, but all 3 of them got good programs. Lancaster, another school, they got a good program. And those just the cities in Dallas. I mean, those just the top schools in Dallas, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I kind of want to switch it up. I want to ask you, we ask this question to most of the people that we interview based on the conversation we have, but what would you say your best advice is to a young kid right now that wants to achieve dreams, especially because I mean you can relate the business side, the sports world, athletic side. I mean you kind of do it all with when it comes to business,
Hmm.
sports, athletics. It's all intertwined. I mean, I got a good feeling that you have some good piece of advice that you can give to these kids that just want to dream chase. They got the mind where they want to be successful. What advice would you give to a kid that wants to grow and learn every single day?
They gotta first off, they gotta find. I mean, everybody got some shit they like or they really want to do. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? The main thing is not to over exaggerate yourself and do too much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find that one thing, stick to it, and make a plan out. You gotta have a plan in the process for that one thing. And you gotta follow, you gotta abide by that plan. Whatever you write down or whatever you put in order to make that happen, you gotta abide by that. And now you gotta understand that that plan ain't gonna be perfect. That's what you gotta understand. The plan ain't gonna always be perfect. So it may not pop off this year, may not pop off next year, may not pop off the year after that. But when it pop, all them years that you put into it for it to pop, it done paid off. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. You just really gotta find that niche, find that good plan, and really just stick to it.
Clip that right there. Clip it. You go ahead and post that right there. Send
Yeah,
that out. Clip that. Hey, that's
Yeah.
real, man. Thank you for that. I mean, kids need to hear it. Kids want to
Yeah.
be successful, especially at a young age. I mean, that's when kids are dreaming. When you're young, you're dreaming. You think you could be this, you could be that, and it needs to that mentality's got to stay with kids throughout their lives as they grow. Even though the age we're at now, like keep that same mindset. Don't give up on what you want, and that's something I
Hmm.
value. That's great advice, man. Thank you for that.
yeah, no problem, no problem.
I don't got much left here for questions. I don't know if Bryce has something here that he wants to ask first, but man, I just want to say shout out to you. Just learning about your story here for these last 25, 30 minutes, just the perseverance and you're just not wanting to give up. I obviously said that's what your pops kind of showed you and instilled in you, but that's just motivation. This is what I like, and this is what Bryce and I love with this podcast. Just the stories that we get to hear. Like it's gonna be motivation for listeners and viewers, but like for myself and us, is like we transitioned into our career. We both graduated college this last week, so like this is just really big. It's just somebody else to connect with and network with, man. And just I want to say shout out to you, man. And you deserve your flowers for all this from going from here to there, man. That's big time. And just shout out to you, dog. This is cool.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all boys having me, man. I really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No, we appreciate you and just taking the time out of your night. I mean, your schedule. I mean, not many people got a schedule like it. Not many people are on the go like it. And it speaks to who you are as a person, who you are as a fitness trainer, a businessman, entrepreneur, just whatever. All of that conform together. It speaks on who you are. I value it. I appreciate it because, like Gannon said, not only does this help our viewers learn, it helps us learn and we got that same mentality. We want to be great, and we're going to work every day to get there. So thank you, man. It genuinely means a ton that you were able to hop on here with us.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. I try to tell everybody, man, I ain't Hollywood, man. You just gotta reach out. I may
Yeah.
miss I may miss that shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe reach out a couple times first and then
But I ain't Hollywood, man. I'm a regular old guy, man.
that's
Yes,
what it
sir.
is. Just sit down and chop it up. I mean, feel like it didn't feel like a recording, and those are the episodes you know it's a good one. It's not like we're just spitting out questions and you're answering and giving it right back to us. So, it's a nice formal conversation. But yeah, man, shout out you. Shout out for jumping on the pod. This was cool.
Man, I appreciate my boys.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Tell them where to find you on Instagram. We totally
Oh,
blanked on that. Tell them where to find you.
y'all make sure y'all tune in and tap in, man. My Instagram is 300 Fitness, the number three, HUNNID_fitness. My Twitter is the same thing, 300_guru. Uh, that's really it. I got a YouTube channel. Y'all go click the link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got so much, and y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
I'll add
You hear the man. You hear the man.
all of that will be down below in the description. I'll make sure to put that in there for all you if you want to check it out. I also saw on your website that merch is coming soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah, merch coming real soon, man. I gotta find me a new vendor. So if y'all know somebody, y'all let me know. But I gotta find me a new vendor real quick. But I'm really trying to at least by the next winter. I don't know about this summer. This summertime might not pop, but at least by the winter time for sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
Once again, we appreciate y'all tapping in. Hope you learned
man.
something. Continue to tap in. We appreciate you all for tapping in, and let's keep learning. Let's keep building.